Yes, I can. President Masterson,
I'm here.
Senator Blasey,
Here.
Senator Sykes,
Here.
Senator Billinger,
Present on video.
Whoa,
Speaker
it's the first
Hawkins,
time in a long time.
I'm here.
Representative Croft,
Here.
Representative Woodard,
Here.
Representative Waymaster, and Governor Kelly.
I'm here.
We have a quorum.
Okay, very good. So now I need a motion to approve the minutes of the July 29th meeting.
So moved. Speaker Hawkins.
Okay. Speaker Hawkins moves. Is there a second?
Second.
I heard a second from Senator Sykes. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
You're opposing the approval of the
No,
minutes?
I was just late getting my mute off. It just took a little time.
Okay. All right. Okay, the minutes are approved. So the first item on the agenda today is K-State's response to a complaint regarding compliance with Senate Bill 125. A representative from K-State is on the call. The Secretary of Administration will begin the discussion of this item. Secretary Prophet, can you please provide a brief overview and then answer any questions that might come up?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Governor. Appreciate the introduction. So as a reminder of how we got to where we're at today, during the July meeting, as is noted in the meeting minutes that were just approved, there was discussion about Section 161 of Senate Bill 125, which required the Secretary of Administration to certify that all state agencies were following the provisions of such section. There's a motion made by President Masterson for me to go and review an anonymous report by a student at K-State University, Kansas State University, to work with the university to ensure that everything was squared away and that we kind of came back with our findings on the report. So my legal team worked with the Kansas State University General Counsel's Office. We had a little bit of back and forth on what the provisions were and what the remediation would be. And I'm satisfied with the report back that they've given to us. We've got materials in the book that was sent around electronically yesterday. We also have Dr. Marshall Stewart, Chief of Staff for President Linton, who's on the call, and I'd like to turn it to him to walk through the materials that were provided. So Dr. Stewart.
Thank you, Adam, and thank you for the opportunity to share today. Well, I'll make it very high level and obviously give you some high level overview of this. We were notified through the Kansas Board of Regents in late July, I think it was around the 28th of July, that there had been a complaint made. We then took that off obviously very seriously. We had worked really hard from the time the legislature ended its session in the spring up until that time and through that time to bring ourselves into compliance with Senate Bill 125 and done a lot of work on lots of different areas. One of the areas that obviously this complaint dealt with, though, was the area of student government. Student government operates as a dependent but a sort of independent entity within a university, as you may know. We work really closely with them. It's a great experience for our young people. But there was language in student government where they were providing funds for DEI related work that would be in conflict with Senate Bill 125. So we did not realize that, but when we discovered it through the complaint, we immediately began to work, and specifically our Thomas Lane, who's our vice president of our student area, student body, works with them and does a terrific job with all the students in our university. Along with our general counsel, Charles Jakes, worked very closely working with student government. Now, student government, as you might imagine, in July is not in session, so they're away. So we had to talk with them. They came back into to school as the students returned in late August. And as that happened, they took this up very seriously and worked really closely with, again, General Counsel and Dr. Lane. And through that process, as we laid all the facts out that this is the law, this is what we need to do to be in compliant, they then took that within their own world of student government and walked through the process with their entire body of senators, et cetera, and were able to reach resolution, which I think you find in the materials. So no longer are they dispersing money that is in conflict with that or making appointments that's in conflict with Senate Bill 125. So I think to the best of our knowledge, Secretary Prophet, we are in compliance. We also listed in that document a number of other things we've done that relate to other areas of Senate Bill 125, just for your information. But to the best of our abilities, I will say this, and I think all of you know this, universities are big, complex organizations. And I'm not going to say if you go deep enough and look hard enough, you're not going to find some things. But if you do find them, we ask that people share those with us. And we certainly want to be a good partner with state government. And we've done our very best to do that here in the state of Kansas. So with that, I'll stop and take any questions you may have, Adam.
Okay, does anybody have any questions for either Secretary Prophet or Dr. Stewart?
I don't
Okay,
have a question, but I have a comment if you will, since I made the
Please.
motion. So I appreciated the effort. I understand looking at it now, I appreciate what the university did. I think there was probably, as we all can imagine, some lack of clarity in Senate Bill 125 that allowed for some maybe less than ideal instructions coming to the universities from the board. So I think I would agree that they complied with what we intended. And there's probably the work to be done has to be done in the legislature, maybe another round, but appreciate the effort.
okay, thank you. Anybody else?
Governor, this is Dan Hawkins. I would echo what the Senate President said, but in addition, I think what we found is that the universities, when things are brought to them, they do take action. I think particularly K-State's been very open. Every time I've called them about an issue having to do with DEI, they take it seriously and they work hard to make sure that they're in compliance. So I appreciate their work. Appreciate the fact that not only does the university take it seriously, but undoubtedly the student senate took it seriously too. So I commend them for their work.
Very good, thank you. Anybody else? Okay, hearing, seeing nothing. Thank you, Dr. Stewart. Thank you, Secretary Prophet. And we will move on to the next item. The next is the request of the State Fire Marshal to approve expenditures from the Emergency Response Fund. I think the State Fire Marshal is with us today and will provide a brief overview and answer any questions. So Fire Marshal Engholm, please proceed. Secretary Prophet, is the Fire Marshal with us?
I'm looking, and I thought they were supposed to be with us.
I'm with the State Fire Marshal's office.
There we go. Yes.
I believe Mark was supposed to be on this meeting. He might have got tied up. I was not really prepared to speak, but I can.
Well, I'll tell you what, why don't we skip over this? We'll go into executive session and then we will revisit this item if everyone agrees. Okay, so Jamie, if you would go find the State Fire Marshal or his presentation, we'll get back to you.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the final item to be considered today is the request of the Attorney General for approval of a tort claim settlement. Before we hear a motion to go into executive session, Dusty Ralston with Legislative Administrative Services will remind us how this will work via WebEx. Dusty?
Thank you so much, Governor. Just to explain how executive session will work during the WebEx meeting, when it's time to move into executive session, necessary participants will be moved into a breakout session, which acts as a separate meeting within the meeting, therefore not broadcast. I will activate the breakout session at the appropriate time. You and the other executive session participants will automatically be moved into that secure breakout room. Everyone not authorized will remain in the main meeting and will not be able to hear, see, or watch anything that happens within the breakout session. Once it concludes, everyone will by default be brought back into the main meeting. They will be muted, so if you go to speak after you're brought back out of executive session, please be sure to unmute your mic.
Okay, everyone understand? So then I need a motion from a member to go into executive session with an estimated time frame. The text of the motion is on page 2 for you to read aloud, and then I need a second to the motion. Representative Woodard, could you, in the absence of our radio voice, please read the resolution?
Yes, let me pull.
I was actually on here.
Oh, he is here.
Radio voice is here. Thank you, Representative Woodard, for being willing to do that. Representative Waymaster, I'm not sure I would have called you my radio voice if I had known you were there.
Yeah, I just had to be a little bit late because we do have the Legislative Budget Committee meeting at 10 a.m. So I just jumped
Okay.
on.
Well, very good.
Do we know how much time we'll need?
Governor, Representative Waymaster, I hope we can wrap this up in 15 minutes.
15?
15 minutes?
15
Okay.
minutes.
All right, so I move that the open meeting of the State Finance Council being held by WebEx be recessed for a closed executive meeting pursuant to KSA 75-4319A for consultation with members of the staff of the Attorney General, outside counsel, and the Governor's Chief Counsel to discuss matters relating to a proposed tort claim settlement under the consideration pursuant to KSA 75-6106 under the justification listed in KSA 75-4319B2, because discussion of such matters in an open meeting would waive attorney-client privilege, that the State Finance Council resume the open meeting being held by WebEx at 10:30 a.m. and this motion, if adopted, be recorded in the minutes and be maintained as a part of the permanent records of the State Finance Council. The State Finance Council will use a WebEx breakout room for the executive session, and the main meeting will have a placeholder message posted notifying attendees that the State Finance Council is an executive session.
Okay, I need a second.
Second.
Second from Speaker Hawkins. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we will go into executive session. Dusty, will you let us know when we are actually in session?
Yes, Governor, thank you. I'm moving you into executive session right now.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah. So who muted me? He did. Okay. All right, Dusty, are we back in regular session?
Yes, Governor, everyone is back and the meeting is live again.
Okay. If that's the case, then I need a motion. Hold on a second. Okay, so I need a motion to approve the resolution for the proposed settlement in the case of Grieve versus State of Kansas et al.
Governor, this is Speaker Hawkins. I move that we approve the resolution for the settlement.
We have a motion from Speaker Hawkins. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a second from President Masterson. Now we need a roll call vote, please.
President Masterson,
Aye.
Senator Blasey,
Aye.
Senator Sykes,
Aye.
Senator Billinger,
He's on mute. That wasn't high.
thank you. Speaker Hawkins,
Aye.
Representative Croft,
Aye.
Representative Woodard, Representative Waymaster,
Aye.
Governor Kelly.
Aye.
The vote is unanimous.
Okay, very good. All right, now we're going to move back to item 2. And that's the request of the State Fire Marshal to approve expenditures from the Emergency Response Fund. Mark Engholm, you are here.
Yes, and I want to apologize to the council. I'm currently at the National Fire Academy out on the East Coast, where the times are a little different. And my phone's rolled over to the new times. Apparently, my laptop did not. Anyway, my apologies.
So here you are, and that is fine.
Yep.
So you're going to provide a brief overview, and then you're going to answer questions about the Emergency Response Fund. Why don't you go ahead and do that?
Okay. Everyone may recall back in July when Texas was hit by horrible flooding, flash flooding, especially in the area that what they call the Hill Country. They went through their local resources fairly quickly. Within 48 hours, they were asking other states for help. Kansas was able to step up, and our office coordinated local firefighters from different agencies, including Kansas City, Kansas, Manhattan, and different areas around the state to respond to that. And we sent what are called boat teams or water rescue teams down. And they worked for a good 14 days for those local authorities, really on recovery and working through some very, very difficult situations. So the way this works under the Emergency Management Assistant Compact, before we deploy, we basically sign a contract with the state of Texas on behalf of the state of Kansas. And at that time, we believed our cost would be about $265,000. That was an estimate. And that's what we provided last summer to the council or notification. As with anything, as an estimate, it has risen. For example, all of the boat motors that we took down there were shelled out by the end because of all the debris they hit in the water as they were working. So we are actually asking at this time for authority to spend $370,000 from the Emergency Response Fund to reimburse these local agencies. And then what happens is we are reimbursed through KDEM and also through the federal government, the state of Texas. So we'll be out of pocket for this money for a while. It will come back into the fire marshal's fee fund in the end.
Okay. Anybody have any questions?
Governor, this is Secretary Prophet. Just a point of order. It might be best answered by council, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
The resolution as provided in the materials actually has the original amount of $265,855. So I think before a motion is made to approve the resolution, we would likely need to amend the resolution to reflect the new amount, but I would like for council to confirm, Jordan or Justin, if you're able to, please.
Justin is confirming that.
Okay, so I just want to make sure that's noted. If a resolution
And the new amount's 340,
370,000.
370. Okay. Do I have a motion to amend the resolution to 370,000?
Governor, this is Dan Hawkins. I move that we amend the amount to 370,000.
We have a motion. Is there a second? Who seconded?
I'll second it. So,
Okay, give it to Sykes because I saw her picture first. We have a motion and a second. Do we need a voice vote or a roll call on this? We need a roll call vote.
President Masterson,
aye.
Senator Blasey,
Aye.
Senator Sykes,
Aye.
Senator Billinger,
He's probably on mute. Let's keep going.
Speaker Hawkins,
Aye.
Representative Croft,
Aye.
Representative Woodard,
Aye.
Representative Waymaster,
Aye.
Governor Kelly.
Aye. Senator Billinger, are you on mute? And if so, could you unmute and cast your vote?
I've been trying, it won't unmute.
Okay, and your vote is?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Vote is unanimous.
Okay, very good. All right, now I need a motion to approve the resolution.
Governor, this is Dan Hawkins. I move that we approve the resolution.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
Believe that was President Masterson. Roll call vote, please.
President Masterson,
Aye.
Senator Blasey,
Aye.
Senator Sykes,
Aye.
Senator Billinger,
Aye.
Speaker Hawkins,
Aye.
Representative Croft,
Aye.
Representative Woodard,
Aye.
Representative Waymaster,
Aye.
Governor Kelly.
Aye.
The vote is unanimous.
Okay, very good. Thank you. All right. I believe that concludes the January 6th State Finance Council meeting. I now need a motion to adjourn.
Governor, I move we adjourn.
Did someone have something else they wanted to say? Okay, we've got a motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from President Masterson. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, I'll see y'all next week.
Happy New Year.